Me ducks, it's Simon here. Welcome back to the Hermit's Cave. How's everybody's weekend been? It's gone in a flash for me. It's Sunday evening now. This is the first chance I've had to take a look at this video because I've been out today and been quite busy. So this is the first opportunity just to sit down and have a good look at this. So if you was in Cuppa Catch Up and Cards last night, you will have seen that Cheryl joined us towards the end of the live. Just to say thank you to everybody for their support while she's been through a very difficult time, being in hospital with her son for 4 months. And for also supporting her and her business, which has kept her going really, which is the Oneness Emporium. This deck has been sent from Cheryl at Oneness Emporium for review. All information is in the description below. And as always, there is a 10% discount if you use the code Hermits10 at the bottom. I've lost where I put the top to that. So yeah, and in that live last night, I mentioned that I would be taking a look today at the Calandra Tarot by Michael Calandra. And it looks beautiful. There are some thumbnails on the back and the artwork looks really, I love the use of colour. So I've got high hopes for this deck. I think it's yes, it's US games. So hopefully good card stock as well. The packaging is nice and compact. It's in their kind of new design where it makes it quite easy for these 2-part boxes to pull apart. Let's see what it says on the back. So it says, the Calandra Tarot deck created by fantasy artist Michael Calandra is a mesmerizing work of luminous imagery inspired by traditional tarot. Calandra's hand-drawn art showcases depth, texture, and a palette of soft, glowing colours. This is all my vibe so far. Resulting in a tarot deck that is both visually stunning and spiritually evocative. Each card was intricately designed by the artist using traditional mediums of airbrush, acrylic paint, and coloured pencils. The 80 card, so we've got 2 extra cards here. The 80 card deck includes 2 additional cards that explore the duality of life, as above and so below. So that's your 2 extra cards. The 120-page guidebook provides keywords and meanings, as well as instructions for reading the cards, including a custom self-awareness exploration spread. So it looks like it's quite culturally diverse as well. Nice sturdy box. It's got a beautiful bluey purple colour on the inside. Same as in the base. Oh, I'm loving the backs. Can we just pause to look at how beautiful this is? I mean, it's reversible, but I love the various stages of the cycle of the life of the tree through the seasons. I love the interconnectedness with this swirling kind of labyrinth design. Beautiful. So this is the book, which they said was 120 pages. What do you get? So no images, which is fine. I don't need images. I've got them on the cards. But for each major, you get the number and the title and then some keywords. Does it describe the image? Let's start with the Fool, because I've got that upright. The Fool reaches a mountain ledge and gazing. Yes, it does. So it describes the scene in the card, which is always a bonus for me. Trish Sullivan is the author of the book. Oh, I never realised that. So Trish Sullivan writes the book. Didn't say that on the back when I was reading it, but it certainly credits her on the front. What else do we get? So we get the introduction and straight into the card description. So 3 pages of an introduction. And then at the end, we get using tarot cards and about the creators. So quite not over a lot of text, but enough. I like that the font is quite big because it is a small book. And I think size of font is really important, especially as you're getting older, like I am. And eyesight starts to fail. Our card of the week this week is the Magician. So let's see what the Magician says. This Magician is the keeper of unlimited wisdom, the air flashing as he stands at his table. A cup, a wand, a pentacle and a sword lie untouched, not a part of this ritual. In truth, he has no need for them. They are mere tools to use as he chooses. The power is his, holding one hand up to the heavens and one to the ground, channeling all the magic of the universe. His red cape symbolizes his passion and raw power. The Ouroboros on his robe suggests his authority is infinite, and it goes on. So I really, I don't want to belabor the point, but I really do like it when, you know, because obviously there is a artist, which is Michael Calandra, and an author of the book, Trish Sullivan, really working together, which is great, to not just have what could appear to be a deck and a separate book, but getting those descriptions and explaining. They've obviously worked together for Trish to get a good understanding of Michael's intention with the artwork, so, which is wonderful. So cardstock, yeah, that's a nice cardstock. It's typical US games. It's got that nice waxy feel. I always do that because it feels like I've got wax on my fingers after holding them. Nice borderless. We've just got a panel at the bottom with the number and title, which is the same for all the way through. And then oh, look at that. Sorry, I'm jumping ahead. I'm loving this so far. Tarot size, I think it's a standard US games. Oh no, it's taller. Look at that. Do you know, when I first held it, I thought, that feels like a large deck. So it is larger than a standard tarot and a standard US games tarot, really. So yeah, it's a few millimeters taller than a standard tarot. All right, so I'd imagine, would it be, no, I'm not going to, I was going to say, I think it's probably not quite the size of, what's the deck I'm trying to think of. Let's try this one. This is no, it's wider than the vintage, so it's taller. The vintage one is wider. I'm trying to think of what. Curious Travels, maybe, probably about the size of that. Anyway, let's not worry too much about the size. I've done a comparison. I'm going to bring the camera down and we'll take a look at this beautiful deck together. Okay, so here we have our fool, quite a, well, I was going to say a traditional fool, but this fool is bearded, but traditional in terms of being on the edge of the cliff. We've got the white dog, is holding a white rose, is looking upwards towards these beautiful starry skies, is not aware of the peril. Look at the rocks falling as well, as little details. The edge is crumbling away at his foot, but he seems happy and contented on his journey. Here's our Magician. So you really see now how the book was very descriptive, because it talked about the Ouroboros on the garment that he's wearing. Look at the whites of his eyes. This power and energy, look. We've got the as above, so below, but look how he's commanding and being a conduit for this universal energy. Wow, it's very powerful card. Beautiful High Priestess. How gorgeous is she? Look at the colours. It's almost like this card is glowing. It's been done so well. Love the brightness and glow of this crescent moon. She's got a bit of a Cruella de Vil hair happening here. I think that's to recognise the black. We have got B kind of within the design of the marble effect. Look, that's clever. And the J here. But also, I think you would think that actually they're the same colour, it's just the way that light is catching them. You know, some of those optical illusions sometimes will say these are the same colour, but light changes our kind of perception. But then we've clearly got her hair here in black and white as well. It's a beautiful card. Our Empress. Little rabbits at her feet here. Wow, look at the waterfalls and the butterflies. I love the pink on the tips, the end of her hair. And then we have the Emperor. Look at, he's got the world in the palm of his hand almost. Powerful image. The Hierophant is very different. Not sure what I make of that Hierophant. It just feels very, I don't know. This is the most fantasy card, you know, in terms of its artwork. It's not my favourite Hierophant. The Lovers is gorgeous. Look at that, that's beautiful. Wow. And we have our Chariot. Lots of pinks. Very subtle hues of colour. Pinks, lilacs. Strength. The Hermit. Coming out of his cave. The Wheel of Fortune. Justice. Oh, wow. Look at this. The Hanged Man is a skeleton. That's different. I like it though. I really like it. Ooh. That's awful. I like the skeleton skull and the black roses, but that's the worst kind of moth. Temperance is pretty. I really do like this colour palette. Oh wow, look at this Devil card. That's awesome. I love it. There's a lot of lightning there, isn't it, in this Tower card? The Star. I mean, if you're into fantasy art, I think this deck will really appeal. It reminds me a lot of the images, particularly like this one. In the 80s, there was a huge trend on these huge posters that you could get from a shop called Athena. And they had lots of fantasy art. And my stepsisters used to have these all over their bedroom walls. The Moon. Wow, what's the Milky Bar Kid? You probably have to be in the UK to appreciate that reference. Judgment. These different types of decay, look, still skin on bone, well, partially. Look at the arm to the hand and then skeletons, but different states, I suppose, of decay rising from their graves. And there's the World card. Look at the animals. So far, I know we've got these above and below. So far, this cards really appeal to me. This is a beautiful High Priestess, as is the Empress, the Emperor. This one, not so much. I'm not a huge fancy person. Beautiful lovers. So some cards speak to me more than others. I actually really like that Hanged Man. Less said about the Devil card is just phenomenal. Love it. So yeah, let's press on. So we have additional cards. So we've got As Above, as you can see here, this beautiful tree. So Below. So if we do it that way, show them side by side. As above, so below. Be interesting to let's have a quick look at what it. Let's have them out actually. A quick look at what it says about these cards, just so we get an idea of how to include them in the deck. So all you get here for additional cards, you don't actually, oh you do here, sorry. I'll just tell you the keywords. So As Above is warmth, light and hope. And So Below is intuition, wisdom and power. So it's kind of like the sun and the moon. And you do get a sun and a moon in those cards, but I don't know. Would I use them in a reading? Possibly not. However, depending on how I'm feeling and what I'm coming to the tarot with, I might select one of them as a significator card. All right. So we're starting with the Pentacles again. US Games seem to be like putting the Pentacles first. This is what we had yesterday. Quite a traditional RWS image here with the arch in the garden and the hand holding a pentacle. We get a sense of balance here for the two. We've got the ship in the background. Love this three. I love the use of light in this card. The 4. 5 of Pentacles. That reminds me of the little match girl. 6. He looks like the Hermit. 7. 8. Really working with a hot furnace there. The 9. We do have the hooded bird of prey. Beautiful garden. The bunch of grapes. The 10, the old man with the dogs. So it's very, particularly the miners, very much in tune with RWS imagery. We have a page, we have a female page. A knight. The queen, it's very pink, beautiful colours. And the king. And then we have our swords. Love that. The 3. Look at the clouds. Love the rainbow cut, the light coming through this stained glass window, giving a rainbow effect. Beautiful. Oh, look at that sky. Wow, it's gorgeous. Love the 6. The artwork in this deck is phenomenal. And less fantasy style than the majors so far. Our Nightmare card, 10,
Simon.
Apologies, you don't need to hear my reminders. Look at this. How beautiful is that? Look at that sky and the meadow. Oh. The more I paused at the end of the majors to say I was kind of 50-50 with this deck, but the minors are just exquisite. Look at that Ace of Wands. Two. Oh, look. Okay, I am sold. Take back everything I said at the beginning. This deck is just beautiful. Look. It's so expressive as well. There's a real contrast because you've got these lovely, soft, muted pastel colours which really give a soft energy, but then you get images like this or the Devil card which really show emotion, and this, look. There's an incredible balance within the deck. I love that we get birds with the 8 of Wands rather than just 8 wands flying through the air. The 9. This is an intense card. Look at that. So there's a lot of smoke coming from the incense, isn't there? These are supposed to be smokeless incense. The Queen. And the King. Look at his throne. Wow. And then we have our final suit, which is the Cups. Ace of Cups. The two fairies, look. One pink, one purple. I love how the serpents around them are the opposite colour. And then they intertwine here with their tail ends. Their heads are up here, showing that interconnection. Beautiful. The 3 is lovely. Oh, we actually see a person who's offering the 4th cup. This is an autumnal scene. Look at the colour of the sky and the leaves on the tree. The 5. That castle in the background. Beautiful. 6. Look at the person. There's like a cloaked figure. That looks like death, doesn't it, in the background watching on? Which is an interesting take, because I think the older we get, so you could say more close to the end, the more nostalgic we become. Which stands to reason, doesn't it? Because we look back or we're reminded of things, or we hear a song, or we smell a certain smell, or we're transported back through the years, sometimes through the decades. But in the distance, if that is what that is, I'm going to have a look at the book. But what a addition to the 6 of Cups, if that's what if I can find it. I can't even find the cup suit. Ah, here we are, 6 of Cups. Let's see if it does say. No, it says an elder. It's an elder leaves the garden, heading back into the house to take care of their obligations. As they do, they look back, delighted to see 2 children lingering, entranced by the beautiful flowers they have arranged. The younger of the 2, wearing a crown of white daisies, looks in amazement at the rainbow of flowers before her with innocent, joyful curiosity and admiration. The older child, seeing her enthusiasm and happiness, hands the chalice to her, a gift of flowers and a carefree energy. Then it goes into the kind of like the card meaning. But so it's not the death figure, it's an elder person representing the stages of life. But just look at how rich these colours are. I hope that's coming across on camera, just how beautiful and rich these colours are. And I just love the way the book's written as well, depicting and telling you the whole scene. There's our 7, quite a traditional 7. The 8. 9. Oh, that's lovely. I love the mountain with the setting sun or the rising sun and the beautiful rainbow. I'm gonna have to move this a minute, it's getting very smoky. The page, although I'm at the end now. I looked at that wrong for a minute and thought I saw somebody falling off the horse, and I realised that's not a leg, it's his hand. The Knight. The Queen with all the shells. Look at this beautiful, huge kind of oyster shell. And the King. So there we are, the Calandra Tarot. Beautiful, beautiful deck. Just gorgeous. So many beautiful images, lovely colours, lots of, if you like, pinks and purple hues. There's lots of that colour, those colours in the deck. But stunning, good cardstock, nice size, beautiful artwork, a very good descriptive book, great packaging, 10 out of 10, really is a 10 out of 10 deck, in my opinion. If you have it, let me know how you've got on with it, if you enjoy it. I'm not sure how long it's been out in other countries. It's should have been here apparently before Christmas in the UK, but they've arrived now. Or if this is the first time you're seeing it, then let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget, in the description of this video will be a link to Oneness Emporium as well. And don't forget your 10% discount. Thanks for watching, everyone. And until next time, go in peace. Namaste and blessed be.